Hey friends, I've been experimenting with Tailwind for quite a while now, and it seems like a very cool tool. So I thought I should show you all the top 5 things I found that were very exciting and I've been using more frequently these days. The first feature is the ability to hide elements when printing. So assuming we have a web page with a navigation section, a main section that contains the important content, as well as a footer section. Printing will print everything on the page as you can see. But if we want to print just the important content in the main section, all you need to do is add the print hidden class to both the nav and the footer. The second exciting feature is how easy it is to get great looking box shadows with just 2 class names. Now here is a boring purple box that I intend to add a box shadow to, so it gets a little bit more elevated and feels more present. First, I need to add the Shadow XL class to define the size of the shadow. Then I can add the shadow color. And by the way, if the shadow feels too intense, you can soften it by providing an opacity value between 0 and 100 that are multiples of 10. And by multiples of 10, I mean that values like 55 or 45 or 33 are not going to work. So you have to use values like 10, 20, 40, 60, and so on. The third tip is not something I would consider or I would recommend as a good practice. But then it allows you to move fast when prototyping. So assuming you want a slightly darker or lighter variant of this purple, there is a chance that it won't be achievable with standard colors available in Tailwind. So for example, purple 400 might be too light and purple 600 might be too dark. But now with the support of raw values, you can use a specific hexadecimal representation of the color you have in mind. By the way, this does not only apply to colors. Feel free to try it on other CSS values. The fourth tip is all about spacing with margin using the space class. It allows you to add spaces between elements while excluding the first one. Vertical spaces are added with space Y, while horizontal spaces are added with space X. Now the alternative to this is to add margin to each of the child elements, and that could easily get out of control. Finally, I love that I can take filters on a quick ride, just experiment and come up with cool UI ideas. Take these boxes for example. I can blur them, can change their contrast, can change their brightness. I can do all of that cool stuff you can do with filters and see how far that would take me. And that is the top 5 tools I've been using recently. If you think there's a better way to do what I've just shared, please feel free to leave a comment with your tips and I would be glad to reply and have a quick chat with you about however you've been solving problems using Tailwind. Thank you and have a great day.